A lot of producers mess up their vocal mixing because of harsh compression or bad compression. Do you know what the knobs of your compressor do? Let's go on this quick tutorial. Let me teach you how to compress vocals the right way. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm OG Sparks, and I'll be back right after this.
Fucking harsh, the claim what I got. Drop it down, my see my zamba.
It's the OG Sparks with the sauce.
Welcome back to the video. Without wasting my time, let's just go straight. We are in Cubase, and I love to use the Pro-C2 for tutorials, okay? But I use it for my mixing too, but it's very good for tutorials. So now, when you record your vocals, this is the vocal waves. The vocal waves are here. If you can see clearly, you see we have some high notes or high pitches here, and then we have some low here, and then what compression really does is it tries to uniform the vocal waves, okay, according to your settings, okay. So you don't do harsh compression or hard compression or limiting in the sense of doing compression. So you bring the high uniform, and then you bring the low signals to uniform, and then you have a nice wave, and that's what we call compression, okay. So let's go. So first of all, we have the threshold. Now the threshold is the point where the compressor becomes active, okay. So right now our compressor is minus 60. It goes all the way down to this is 0, okay. So the threshold, this is a threshold from 0 threshold, which is 0 dB, okay, to all the way to minus 60 dB, okay. So I'll put it here. You see this line comes when there's this line here, this faded, this dash that marks your threshold, okay. So your threshold shows the point where the compressor becomes active, okay. So we can set our threshold to minus 3, minus 2, minus 1 dB, okay. So let's just stick to, with these vocals, let's just stick to minus 3 or minus 2 dB. So let's say over here. This is due to the waves of the vocals. So just watch the waves of your vocal and then try and do it. If you have a vocal with this kind of waves, you see this small wave here, it's a word, okay. You need to hear it in the song, okay. So most of the time you ignore the very high and then the medium and then the small and all this small. You make sure that your threshold is on this one or this, okay. So what the compressor will do is make this one sound like this, and make this one sound okay, and then make this one also sound like this, and that way you have a uniform way. So let's go. That's threshold. That's the point where the compressor is active. This is the ratio. The second thing you need is the ratio. The ratio determines how the or aggressively the compressor affects your signals, okay, which is the wave, okay. So the ratio works with the threshold and says that so if your ratio is 4:1, for every 4 dB, dB is decibels, that's the measurement of sound. So for every 4 dB that will pass the threshold, I want only 1 decibel to pass through. So the vocal has a high pitch, and then the ratio is here, which is 4. So for every 4 dB that will pass the threshold, I want only 1 dB to pass through. I hope you get it. So the ratio determines how the compressor acts, or how aggressively the compressor works with your waves, or your vocal waves. Okay, so we'll set our vocals. I don't like the way the whole thing is silent. Let me just play some voice so that we get it. So yeah, mommy no come on. 3 days I no get your call. Tell me what is up. Yeah, mommy no come on. 3 days I no get your call. Tell me what is up. Tell me what is up. Yeah, mommy no come on. 3 days I no get your call. Tell me what is up. Yeah, mommy no come on. 3 days I no get your call. Tell me what is up. Tell me what is up. So over here, you see my ratio is 4:1. For every 4 dB that passes the threshold, we want 1 dB to come out. And you can read all at the right side over here, this side. This is the input. This is the input vocal. The input vocal, and then this in the middle, which has the red, is the vocal that is being cut off, and then the green here is the one that comes out. Okay, if you understand up to this point, just comment that you understand the threshold and then the ratio. Now let's go to the attack. The attack is how fast or how quickly the compressor works on your acts on your signal, and then the release is how quickly or how fast the compressor recovers after compression. Okay, so you set fast attack, fast release. So I like my release to be somewhere here. Okay, for vocals, and I do my fast attacks. Okay, and the makeup gain, because of compression, some of your the volume, or the volume of the vocals will come down, so you use the makeup gain to boost what you have lost whilst everything is uniform. Okay, so you use the knee to determine how soften or harden your compression should be, and then you should be okay with your compression for your vocals. Okay, so this is how your compressor should be. Yeah, mommy no come on. 3 days I no get your call. Tell me what is up. Yeah, mommy no come on. 3 days I no get your call. Tell me what is up. Tell me what is up. Yeah, mommy no come on. 3 days I no get your call. Tell me what is up. Tell me what is up. Oh. Yeah, mommy no come on. 3 days I no get your call. Tell me what is up. Thanks for watching. Hope you understand compression. Go ahead and use compression in the right way and make your music sound good. I'm OG Sparks, and I'm out.